Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I want to begin not with a number, but with a sentence spoken by our founding father, the late Sheikh Zayed, may God rest his soul. He once said, they used to say that agriculture has no future in the UAE, but with God's blessing and our determination, we have succeeded in transforming this desert into a green land. Think about that. We were told our soil could not feed us. We grew gardens in the sand. We were told oil would always be our ceiling. We made it our launch pad. Today we hear it again. Supply chains fragile, trade weaponized. We've heard this song before and we know how to answer it. I want to thank His Excellency Dr. Sultan Al Jaber. 5 years ago, make it in the Emirates was an idea. Today, it's a movement. More than 1,000 companies, 12 strategic sectors, 88,000 square meters of national ambition. This is not an exhibition. This is a declaration. I also want to recognize His Excellency Hassan Al-Nuwais. The work behind a platform like this is not glamorous. Policy, procurement, data, intense follow-through. He and his team have made this look easy. It is not. It is excellent. This year's theme is emerging stronger. And the word that everybody is using is resilience. It's in every speech, in every LinkedIn post. Resilience is not a slogan. It is a supply chain. Resilience is not a fund. It's a factory that operates 24/7 when the strait is closed. Resilience is not a feeling. It's something that you build with your own hands. There's an Arabic saying more than 1,000 years old. ما حك جلدك مثل ظفرك. No one scratches your skin like your own fingernail. The full line continues, so take care of your own affairs yourself. That is what resilience means. Sovereignty over what matters. The medicine in your hospital, the protein on your child's plate, the chip in your factory. A nation that produces what it needs cannot be held hostage to anyone else's storm. And this is why our leadership's recent announcements matter so much. The Resilience Fund, the expanded ICV, the new National Industrial Data Committee giving us real-time visibility into our industrial nervous system. This is not incremental. This is a doctrine. Our President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, put it in 5 words. The UAE is not easy prey. We are not, we never have been, we never will be. For years, we have celebrated foreign direct investment, rightly so. $45.6 billion last year, 10th in the world. Dr. Sultan has this morning put direct domestic investment on this stage. Allow me to put a number to it. Last year, the businesses, families, and investors who have made this country home deployed more than $119 billion into our economy. More than 2.5 times our FDI real growth. 5th in the world in IMD's rankings. This story deserves to be told as loudly as the FDI story. FDI is foreign confidence. Domestic investment is national conviction. FDI is mobile. Domestic investment is rooted capital that stays through the disruption. What gets measured gets celebrated, and what's celebrated gets multiplied. Capital alone, though, does not build a resilient economy. People do, including our amazing entrepreneurs. Hub 71 in Abu Dhabi, Sharah in Sharjah, Endeavor across the Emirates, not nice to haves, the soil where our next national champions are growing, the next Emirati industrial company, the next ADNOC of advanced manufacturing, the next regional pharmaceutical leader is sitting in a co-working space right now. We must water that soil aggressively, patiently, as if the future depends on it, because it does. And one more demand on ourselves: research. Resilience without research is just inventory. The countries that win the next century will be the ones that invent the next supply chain. So we must and will aim much higher. R&D as a share of GDP, PhDs per capita, on patents filed per year. These are the metrics that help a region emerge not just stronger, but smarter. The UAE story has always been a whole of society story. Government setting direction and providing the enabling environment. Family businesses, as you've heard, more than 60% of our GDP and 80% of our workforce providing scale. Sovereign funds providing depth and patience. Philanthropy providing catalytic capital. Startups providing surprise. And our women increasingly and rightly providing leadership across every one of these. No single sector wins alone, but together they are unbeatable. So, dear friends, on policy, let's elevate domestic investment, headline it, report it, make it more famous than FDI. To industry and investors, take the offtake, take the license, take the leap, be a builder and not just a backer. To our entrepreneurs, build the boring things, build the medicine, build the spare part, build the algorithm, build the food. The glamour will come. To every young person who calls this country home, Sheikh Zayed turned desert into garden. Today's leadership turned this federation into a global voice. Your generation will turn this country into the world's most resilient economy. Not because it's easy, but because it's yours. We're not just making it in the Emirates, we are making the Emirates stronger, deeper, enduring. Thank you, and God bless the United Arab Emirates.